Welcome back to the e-learning program of Modern English School, New Area, Nevada. Students, we have describing about the states of matter in our earlier video. Today, this is the fifth part, video part 5th, and in this video, we are going to learn about the change of a state of matter. So, a state of matter depends upon the conditions of temperature and pressure. The first one is the effect of temperature. As we know, a solid on heating changes into liquid, and a liquid on heating changes into gas. Similarly, when gas is cooled, it changes into liquid, and liquid is cooled, it changes into solid. The best example for this change in the state to understand is ice. When ice is heated, it changes into water. When water is heated, it changes into vapor. And when vapor is cooled, it changes into water. When water is cooled, it changes into ice. So, this is the effect of temperature in change of states of matter. Students, how does a solid changes into liquid? This is a question. When a solid is heated, kinetic energy of the particles of solid increases. Due to increase in the kinetic energy of the particles, they start vibrating more frequently, and as a result of which they overcome the intermolecular force acting in between the particles and breaks away from each other, and thus changes into liquid state. So, increasing the kinetic energy of a solid substance up to that extent where it overcomes the intermolecular force, the state will change. Now, at which temperature the state of solid changes into liquid? The temperature at which a solid melts to become a liquid is called melting point. For example, melting point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius. Melting point of iron is about 1557 degrees Celsius. So the temperature at which a solid substance melts to become liquid is called melting point. A student, we see in our experiment that during melting of a substance, the temperature of the system does not increase. The temperature of the substance which is being heated does not increase. However, it is continued to heat them. Where does the temperature goes? This temperature is used up in breaking down the intermolecular force by increasing the kinetic energy of particles. So the energy is bestowed in the increment of kinetic energy of the particles. This energy is hidden, and this is because this hidden energy is called latent heat. So what is a latent heat? The energy required to change the state of matter without raising the temperature at normal pressure is called latent heat. The energy required to change the state of matter, that is either solid to liquid or liquid to vapor, without any rise in temperature at normal pressure is called latent heat. So student, latent heat may be of two types. When a solid changes into liquid and when a liquid changes into vapor. So the latent heat required to change a solid into liquid is called latent heat of fusion. And latent heat required to change a liquid into vapor is called latent heat of vaporization. So the first one is latent heat of fusion. What is latent heat of fusion? The energy required to convert 1 kilogram of solid into liquid state at atmospheric pressure without raising its temperature. The energy required to convert 1 kilogram of solid into liquid at atmospheric pressure without raising its temperature is called latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fusion of ice is 3.35 into 10 to the power 5 joule per kilogram. So the next topic is how liquid changes into vapor. Students, when liquid is heated, the particles of liquid start vibrating more frequently. The particles become so energetic that they can overcome the interparticle force of attraction and therefore they become free to move and escape from the liquid, and thus a liquid changes into vapor. Now liquid changes into vapor at a fixed temperature, and the temperature is called boiling point. So what is boiling point? The temperature at which a liquid changes into gas or vapor at atmospheric pressure is called boiling point or boiling temperature. Students, water changes into vapor at 100 degrees Celsius. Therefore, boiling point of water is 100 degree Celsius. One more thing is very important to discuss here. Generally, we confuse about vapor and gas. What are the differences between vapor and gas? Actually, vapor and gas are the same state of matter. Then what is the difference? Vapor is described as the gases which is liquid at room temperature, and gases are always in gaseous state even at room temperature. This is the difference. So, vapor and gas are the same state of matter. Now, what is latent heat of fusion? Latent heat of fusion is the heat energy required to convert 1 kilogram of liquid into vapor at atmospheric pressure without raising its temperature. This is called latent heat of fusion. The latent heat of fusion of water is 22.6 into 10 to the power 5 joule per kilogram. These two topics, latent heat of fusion and latent heat of vaporization, have practical importance. In this sense, some examples will make us clear. The first example is ice is cooler than water at 0 degrees Celsius. Ice shows more cooling effect. It is because ice contains less energy equivalent to 3.35 into 10 to the power 5 joule per kilogram, which is latent heat of fusion, and ice takes energy from the surface and surroundings to be converted into liquid state, which results in more cooling effect on the surface. Another question is, why a steam at 100 degrees Celsius or 373 Kelvin cause severe burn than water at the same temperature? Students, we have practical experience about the heating effect of steam. Steam causes severe burn. It is because steam contains more energy equivalent to latent heat of vaporization than water at 100 degree Celsius. So, when a steam comes in contact to our skin, it releases energy, more energy than boiling water, and hence it causes severe burn to our skin. These two examples are the practical effect of latent heat of fusion and latent heat of evaporization.